felines, hoes, bitches. That's exactly what you're thinking when you think of the term VTuber. Okay, that's actually not the truth. But imagine if I actually started out the video like that. Boy, that'd be the most misogynistic move I ever pulled. It's not really that much of a surprise that we got a lot of VTubers out here, but then again, a lot of them don't make content, instead just tweet all day, but you know, that's not really the biggest point of things. Today I just want to basically talk about things that annoy me when it comes to VTubers, much less irritate me, or just something that might need to be changed when it comes to the future of VTubing, because all of it feels like it's not really going anywhere. It's like trying to feed a rabid dog who hasn't eaten in weeks a little bit of kibble, like maybe 2 pieces of it, and then they start trying to eat you. Like, ain't nobody around here trying to play that shit. Making schedules in the VTubing community might be the most dumbest thing I've ever seen. Honestly, are you going to stick to that schedule? Most likely you're not, and anytime you try to stick to a schedule, guess what happens? Oh, sorry guys, I have something to do today, so I can't stream for you guys like I planned. Oh, sorry guys, my whole house got burnt down, so I can't necessarily do anything about it. Sorry guys, I don't feel like it today, I'm not necessarily going to stream. Sorry guys, the whole weather outside is really kicking my ass and actually, you know, beating up my whole dad, so I can't necessarily do anything. How many times we have any schedules that's been set up and then still nothing really comes through when it comes to it? So honestly, just get rid of the schedule system entirely, honestly. I don't know why many VTubers do this and it just doesn't make any type of sense. Like, you're gonna be on time to something that you put up yourself. Like, yeah, sure, okay. And definitely, all it does when you don't hit up a stream time, like when people are looking forward to it, some people might reserve some time just to watch you stream, and then all of a sudden you don't want to stream that day, and then they just say, well I'm gonna do all this time now. So, you know, that's trash. And honestly, when it comes to the schedule entirely, it just doesn't really, again, make any type of sense, considering the fact that you're not gonna basically focus on your own schedule anyway. So you just upload when you upload, or for the people that has the money that VTubing, stream when you stream. But a hierarchy might be an even worse thing. Now, what I mean by a hierarchy is sometimes there is VTubers that will go out the way to be like they're more top and better than you, or they might necessarily just try to have their fans to say the same thing and not say it themselves, and then in that case, you need to control your fans a bit more. When it comes down to things, it doesn't necessarily matter. You shouldn't necessarily try to worry about what type of hierarchy you at. And honestly, there shouldn't really be a hierarchy, if I'm being honest, but there is, and naturally there's going to be some VTubers that are going to be thinking a lot more of themselves than you, and probably think that someone else that cannot match up to their standards is probably broken, poor ass freak, which probably is the truth, but at the same time, stop pointing it out. While I haven't seen the hierarchy thing really too much for myself on a personal standpoint, I know that it exists, so I'm just going to mention it anyway. And even when it comes down to this whole hierarchy thing, you think you're better than a lot of other people, just keep in mind, all it takes is one slip up for people to hate you, and then that's gonna be the end of your career, like they did to Bungo Tiger. But now they're trying to fix that, so hopefully that gets fixed and whatever. Granted, you know, it is what it is. Still, people are gonna think what they want to think anyway, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But you know what, I'll be honest, I can forget the hierarchy thing about you thinking that you're top more than everybody else if you didn't be so damn consistent with your hot takes. Now, the whole thing with hot takes is that you can have a hot take, and sometimes it can be good, sometimes it can be very bad. A lot of times when it comes to VTubers, it's really bad. For instance, I honestly think PNG tubers deserve a lot more respect than VTubers, if I'm being honest, mainly because we have to use sprites all the damn time, and we have to basically put pictures into videos and change out the pictures every single time if we want to stay on a different point, like we did with the Danganronpa stuff back in the day. Now, that's not necessarily something, now that sounds like a whole hot take, honestly, but it is a lot of work. Like, damn, how many times I gotta keep changing pictures a lot? Y'all, all VTubers gotta do, just go into a camera and just move around. That's all y'all gotta do. We don't have that capability. We just gotta keep going with the sprites and animation and stuff. And to some people, this is all we can afford to do. So stop flexing your richness at us. Anyway, when it comes down to things, hot takes are definitely like the main thing that I usually see that a lot of YouTubers do and suck at, honestly. And it doesn't necessarily help anything, especially when you're talking about serious issues. And this is like the bigger problem with just streaming and streamers entirely. They always gotta get on these hot takes, especially these rich VTubers and, you know, potential streamers and stuff. All these people gotta have these super big, deep, and hot takes, and then they also be making it sound like it's the most important thing in the world, and they're absolutely correct when they're absolutely wrong, and it doesn't necessarily make any type of sense. And it's like, how are you gonna carry out this plan? They don't necessarily know, and then everybody's gonna try to go ahead and throw a brick at your house, and that's not necessarily something I think anybody wants to deal with. So the next time someone has a hot take, honestly, just make sure you run it by yourself first, and then if you're gonna say it, prepare to either eat shit or eat cake. But the biggest pain when it comes down to the entirety of the VTuber community, and it's the one consistent pain that has happened all across the board, drama. Drama in the VTuber community always consists of something that really doesn't matter, or consists of something that is an obvious, yeah, this is kind of right, but then someone always gotta argue with you for some whatever reason. And honestly, when it comes to two VTubers end up arguing with each other, it just turns out to be one big bitch fest. Can I say that? I don't care, I'm a ghost, I'm gonna keep it in. Anyway, when it comes down to things, when drama kinda hits the VTubing community, it's usually a lot of pointless banter, and no one really ever, do anything on either side of things. Honestly, if you're gonna get into drama, just ignore it at least, because at least it makes the person that ignores it look some more smarter and sensible, because, it's kind of like how the Moonites did like the N-word moment and stuff, and the two black guys killed each other, but the one white guy walked away. That's essentially all you have to do. Just walk away from the fight and just say you're white. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but you can flex that if you are, so might as well. But when it comes down to things, honestly, drama doesn't necessarily do anything except get you clout, which I understand why people do it, and honestly at this point I'm kind of tempted to do it to my damn self, but I'm not necessarily going to. But when it comes down to things, outside of clout chasing and getting some, getting to another bitch fest or another VTuber, all it does really just annoys the hell out of fan bases and probably make people not want to watch you, honestly. Especially if you're on the indie side and you're doing drama, especially a lot of it, it will definitely get annoying, honestly. And the last thing, honestly, we need is just every single VTuber on the indie side just going ballistic like they once did, before, and then we just have, bitchamania, honestly. I'm tempting with this word, but I don't really care, honestly. But that's basically all I want to say with this one, that of the VTuber things that annoys me, because there's a lot of things that really just suck, and I really don't care for, and I'm bored as hell. So that's basically why I'm making this video, honestly. But that's all I want to say with this video. I don't know how anybody possibly enjoyed this video, but if you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, bell notification. You could just hit that Patreon button too. That's a nice thing, Twitter. And that's about it, honestly. So until then, it's your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.